So my livestock guardian dog, Toby, is an incredible dog. He's protective, he's patient, and he has this loving disposition that just makes him such a good caretaker, as well as the absolute best farm friend I could ever ask for. But lately I've been getting a lot of emails from YouTube viewers who are claiming that they think that my dog is part wolf. And I kind of see why they might suggest that. He's big and shaggy, kind of like a wolf. If you look at his doggy face, he's got some wolf-like features. And so it's not the craziest thought in the world that he might, genetically speaking, be part wolf, even though I've always been told he's a purebred maremma. Well, I've made the decision to confront this fact. And in today's video, I'm gonna be giving Toby a doggy DNA test. Let's find out what Toby's really made of. Hey, Toby boy. How's it going, bud? Yeah, so I've got this little surprise for you. Okay, so inside this doggy DNA test, let's see what we get here. What they do is they give you like a swab. It's like one of these guys.
Cotton swab.
And I'm gonna swab the lower cheek pouches for 30 to 60 seconds. And I'm gonna need to like get it around Toby's mouth so that I can get like the DNA sample from like his gums. Okay, you see it's just like a cotton swab, and then it's got this chemical. And so once I'm done with it, I'm supposed to jam it in here into the chemical. Let's see how patient he's gonna be with me on this one. Okay, buddy. Toby, sit, sit. All right, it's okay, it's okay. I know, you don't like medical stuff. I gotta get this in your cheek. Sorry, bud. Oh, it's okay. Sit, hey, sit. I just need you to be good, and I'll give you treats after this because you're gonna be such a good boy. Yes, you are. There we go, yeah. Good job, Toby. Good job. Hey, it's okay. Oop, hang on. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Can I get just a little bit longer? Come on. Good boy, yeah. He did not like me giving him that DNA test at all. He was not a happy camper. I know, Toby, the feds are gonna now have your DNA info. What do you think about that, man? It's a dangerous proposition. Yes, you're a good boy, boy. Now I gotta put it in this thing. All right. All right, so now I just have to take the DNA sample, pop it in this little plastic bag, and then they give you a nice little envelope that's already postage paid. And you put it in here, close that up. And now all I need to do is drop this in a mailbox and we'll find out what happens. Inside this envelope, I got something special. I'm supposed to get about a foot. It's really coming down today, for sure. Hey, buddy boy. Sleeping under the house again, huh? How's it going, pal? Huh? How are you doing this morning? I got a surprise for you today, buddy. I think you're gonna like this one. Yeah. As far as winters go, the winter of 2020 to 2021 so far has been very mild. I mean, this is the first real snowfall we've had all year, I feel like. Yeah, we've got a couple inches here and a couple inches there, but the storm that came today, it was probably the snowiest it's been so far all winter. I always love the energy around the farm when we have a snowfall like this. Rise and shine, silky chickens. Release the Kraken! Ducks and geese are absolutely adorable when it comes to going through the snow. They almost seem to swim through the snow as they get into the drifts there. It's like a big white pond. Let loose the Toby dog, though, is probably happiest of all the animals with the snow. Pablo might be the least happiest. He really dislikes the snow. He only comes out here because he thinks he might be getting some food. Yeah, everybody likes to take shelter underneath the duck house. Hey, Bruce the Goose. And there's Ron Swanson hanging out there with the Parks and Recreation gang. Sometimes the Parks and Recreation gang like to go into Toby's food and water, and he usually has to chase them away so he doesn't have any competition for his meal. Come on. The only one that Toby will share with is Pablo. The ducks sometimes resent this. All right, Toby dog, we're gonna figure out what your breed is. Let's do this. So I've got this special envelope that I've set aside. So Toby, let's open it up and see what this says, huh? All right. Okay, Toby.
You are not.
Okay, Toby, according to these results, you are 100% maremma sheepdog. That's right, buddy boy. You are 100% purebred maremma, which is exactly what I thought you would be. People at Embark, they send you a emailed report. They didn't really mail me anything. That was just something I printed because, like, when I feel like you're doing these reveals, you should be like opening some sort of envelope. But here, let me go through the report with you because it's actually really interesting, the stuff that I found about Toby in this. So number one, Toby is 100% pure maremma sheepdog. And if you look at like his ancestry as they go off of like the DNA, pretty much every ancestor back that he's had has been a maremma for as long as they can trace. The other thing that they can do with their genetic test over at Embark is they can tell you how much wolfiness that you have. It shows you how many ancient genetic variations it has in common with like wolf ancestors. The most of the dogs in the world's population are less than 1%. If you have 2 to 4%, that's considered high. If you have a score with like 5 or above, that's like really rare. Turns out Toby's score was a 0.7, which is, you know, I guess kind of low. Not surprising. I mean, given that he's a purebred maremma, maremmas were actually raised to fight wolves, and so it doesn't seem that crazy. The other thing that the Embark DNA testing actually shows you is it'll give you information around genetic risks and genetic health. And well, if I'm looking at the genetic risks that Toby's facing right now, the news is also good. Actually, he's got a very clean bill of health. If you look at all of the different breed-relevant genetic conditions and variants and tools that they have and things that they can detect, Toby has no genetic conditions that they could detect in like all their traces. So that is also some very, very good news. And when I was doing this genetic test with Toby, that was maybe the thing I was most worried about, would be like I'd come back with some sort of result that he's got some rare genetic condition that's gonna kill him at like 2 years old. But it turns out, nope, he's fine. As far as other cool information that they have inside their reports, they can give you a genetic age based on his DNA sample. It basically tells you where your dog is in his health span. And according to this, they're saying that Toby is 19 years old. You know, so based on the size of your dog and like his genetic predisposition, it shows you like how he's gonna age. And they even give you this kind of interesting table where at 1 year old, Toby's like he's a 17-year-old kid. At 10 years old, it's like he's an 80-year-old man, if that makes sense. On the Embark site, they actually are trying to like connect people's dog relatives together. So like if one of Toby's maremma cousins pops up, you'll actually find out information about them. All in all, I've got to say it was pretty cool how the DNA test worked, and I found it was totally worth it. Even though I didn't learn anything new genetically speaking, it was nice to have sort of the information I was given confirmed. It also shows me just how great the breeders are that I worked with. Look, they're selling a real deal product dog. A lot of dogs will have like real inbreeding issues, and that really wasn't the case with Toby. So I'm very excited, very happy to see that. For those of you who are not familiar with the breed, the maremma or the maremma sheepdog or the maremma abruzzese, it's a breed of guard dog that's originally from Italy. They were used to protect sheep mostly, but people use maremmas all over the world to protect everything from ducks to geese to chickens to turkeys to goats to penguins down in Australia. There's a whole movie about that one. It's really worth watching. It's called Oddball. Oddball, where are you, mate? And so the fact that Toby is such a great livestock guardian dog and so aggressive with predators, but so relaxed and calm around the ducks and geese and chickens here on our farm, it's no surprise to me because he was bred to do this job. Now, one thing I do want to make clear though, Toby is an amazing dog. He's absolutely my best friend and constant companion around the farm, but I would not recommend Toby's breed for people to have as house pets in the suburbs. I know some people can try to do it, but based on everything I've seen with Toby, he's happy when he's working. He's happy when he has something to protect, and he's happy when he has a lot of space to roam around. He also barks a ridiculous amount, especially at night. Again, it's what he was bred to do. And so if like you're in like a small city apartment or you live in the suburbs in like a housing association type of, homeowners association type of thing, I would not recommend a maremma for you at all. But if you live on like a farm or a homestead and you have animals to protect and you have a little bit of space, I think they are absolutely an amazing breed of dog. One word of disclosure, I was not paid a nickel by the folks at Embark to do this. I just decided I wanted to do this out of my own curiosity. They also didn't give me like a free test or anything. I paid for it with my own money, so in case you guys were wondering that is the case here. Toby, you know, the other thing they showed me in the DNA report is that you're actually not polar bear at all. So because it's so snowy, I like to put musher's wax on Toby's paws to help keep ice and snow from building up in between his toes. It's like the one part of him that's sort of vulnerable in this weather. Come here, buddy. Give me a paw. Yeah. Getting out the ice and the clumps. Got a couple more paws to do, pal. Come on. Yeah. Can you take your paw? Can you get your snow out? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see? Yeah, good boy. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Maury Povich. I'm gonna go get the tractor warmed up and start clearing out some of the snow. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.